Shalom, shalom. First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name of Heavenly Father, Yahushai being named for simply God's Son, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. And we give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, that taught us His truth and will well, and citation to hopefully pushing His truth and all honesty and sincerity. Somebody else out, because you know the spirit by Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And this lesson is going into personal testimony. Just recovered from a pretty rough illness, and this is the second time they diagnosed me with COVID. But it's just a testimony that I was able to defeat it without Esau's juice, and giving in to what the masses did out of fear. This just goes to show that the Lord can heal you, and you can be perfectly fine in society without, giving your soul over or selling your life away and doing things that, is extremely hazardous to your health, as many of you were warned about. And, on the other side, you got many people that did take out Esau's juice. And, not only are they getting sick anyway, but now you're getting a lot of cases where they're dropping dead. And for me, for my case, man, I did not need any of Esau's things to make it. I simply got plenty of rest. I made some hot toddies. If you know what that is, it's basically making whiskey with tea or lemon, and took elderberry, lots of elderberry tea, and blueberry smoothies, just pure spring water or water with blueberry with a little bit of agave nectar to sweeten, and it helped me kick it, man. And the second time around was not nearly as bad as the first time. Now, the first time I came around with the thing, it was pretty, I can say, life-threatening. It was rough for me. Other brothers, didn't get it as bad, but I was one of those cases where it was pretty bad, where I wasn't sure if I was going to have to be hospitalized or something like that. But I fought it back then. Okay, and it was more of I got more of an illness from pneumonia than anything, than with Esau's thing that people, the 19 that were scared about. I suffered more of just regular pneumonia than from that. So I handled that accordingly. The first go around, this time around, it was just like an ease, man. It was still rough. If you've seen a couple lessons I was trying to push out, you might hear me struggling to breathe a little bit, but through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, I prevailed and lived. Call on Yahweh Shem Shai. But this scripture I want to start with, this book of Psalms, 118 verse 8. It says, "It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man." Okay, as much of all the peer pressure that I was getting, and from the family and things like that, my whole family took Esau's juice. But besides all that, still, they're kind of quiet because of how well I recovered and how I was okay. They all were saying, well, if it happens again, you might not make it. You could die. This and that. Hey, man, spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai shows, man, He is the healer. He is the only one that we need to trust in, not Esau. Okay, we don't need to walk around with Esau's fruit punch, to prevent us from getting it. If you know what I'm referring to. All right. The Lord can help and heal you in prayer and fasting. We are to trust in Him. And let that be an encouragement to, brothers and sisters, man, that you don't need Esau. The Lord is the healer. Ecclesiastes 38:4, Yahweh hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. There you go, man. I can tell you that if you're suffering from respiratory infections, a very powerful thing for that can be black seed oil. Get you some high-grade black seed oil and Manuka honey, and that will also help. Now, if it comes down to it, and it's life-threatening, and you have to take antibiotics, and you do what you need to do, but you don't need to take Esau's fruit punch, to defeat this thing. I will tell you that. All right. The Lord made medicines out of the earth, though. Black seed oil is a very powerful one. That's the one that I used my first go around with this thing that's going around. Okay, and that was the biggest thing that combated it. All right. Other thing you can take is elderberry tea. Now, you cannot consume elderberries alone by themselves. They're toxic. They must be. You can only drink the tea from using elderberries. Okay, by steeping the berries themselves. People have cooked them though, and I've seen in articles that you can cook them, but they're just not meant to be eaten raw at all. You can get extremely sick from it. But elderberry in combination with blueberries and raspberries, are frozen ones, freeze them and blend them in the juice, and they will do wonders. Red wine as well, it's a good one. Okay, Manuka honey, high grade Manuka honey. Take all these things to help you, and lots and lots of water. And you got to chill the fuck out. You got to sit down and recognize when your body needs to recover and heal. If you don't do that, well, you can make your condition much, much more worse than what it needs to be. Okay. Prayer, fast, pray when you are afflicted like that, because who heals us? Ultimately, it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It's the book of Jeremiah 30:17. It says, "For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh, because they called thee an outcast." It says, they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. All right, so the Lord is the one that heals us. Okay? That's who we trust in to restore our health. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, proclaimed that he will do that. So prayer first. Pray for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to heal you, and through his permission, he can lift up the affliction that he placed upon you. Okay? He can heal us. So ultimately, man, really get into the herbs of the earth, man. Have faith that the Lord can make you better. And pray continually. Fast as well. A lot of times, a lot of us don't even realize it, but when you're sick, your body kind of shuts down in the way where it forces you to fast, because it becomes difficult to eat. You lose an appetite. Some of you might experience nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, things like that, and you can't keep nothing down, so you just don't eat anyway. And what do you end up doing? You just end up drinking plenty of fluids, because that's all you can do. And that's a form of fasting. And the scriptures say this thing goeth not out by what? Prayer and fasting. So during that time period, recently, I also fasted. It was a minute. I really didn't eat anything at all, besides, blueberries, but I didn't really eat them. I just drank it because I blended them into a juice through a smoothie machine. And then I just drank lots and lots and lots of water and kicked it, man. So all of you can do it as well. All of you. Okay? You gotta believe in that. So this quick testimony, Lord's will is encouraging and edifying for the body, in the midst of all the things that they're coming out with to try to force upon us. Stay strong, man. That's that. I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, Tasha truth and will well. Salutations to you, hopefully, I push truth and honesty, sincerity. Shalom.